Yeah. Hey. Did you see that? Yeah. Did you hear that? Oh my gosh. What?
My name is Edmund Alderson, and I've put many years of research into cryptozoology, and I think that what we're dealing with here may be a much larger relative of Diane's tarsier, or Tarsius dentaceus, which is part of the larger family of the Tarsidae. However, none of this species is known in North America, and none of them are known to be this big. So we're dealing with a very strange offshoot of it.
I'm Bill Loyd, I'm a hunter, and I've hunted down big game all over this here planet, and I've been hired by a cryptozoologist to help him kill or hunt down a cryptid.
Considering the size of the cryptid that Eddie here has told me about, I will probably want my good old 308 for this trip, my 30-30, and I am definitely taking along good old Betsy here. She has saved my life on numerous occasions. Down in Africa, I stopped the charge of a wild boar with this thing and an elephant at the same time.
While they're loading the vehicle for our expedition, I thought I'd talk a little bit about the location where this cryptid is supposed to be. So generally, it's a densely wooded area, but it's been seen mostly on hilltops at night. And we have a location in mind that we're going to look at, and we'll show you a map later. I'm really looking forward to it. I don't think we'll have too much trouble finding a place to camp for the night out there. A lot of pines and oak trees, I know, and it will be nice to have this cryptid as part of my collection. Once we get it, I like to capture live animals, which it might be a little bit at odds with our big game hunter here, because he likes to shoot animals. But I don't really want to do that. Now, the problem here, though, is the tarsier, which we are thinking this cryptid might be related to, is known for having suicidal habits if it's put into captivity, and I don't want that to really come through with this new cryptid. But we'll see what happens. That's where we are now, and once they finish loading, I think we'll be ready to move out.
I cannot wait to start this adventure hunting down the cryptid, and with me here is Buck Bailey, my guide through numerous adventures in the great outdoors. So, we'll be leaving here soon.
Well, we made it here after a couple days of traveling. We could have done it all in one night, except we had to pull over, stop at a few hotels. We just didn't want to drive that much. But we're finally here, and we're getting ready to go into the woods, and I'm really looking forward to it. And looking at the trees now, this would actually be a perfect habitat for a giant version of a tarsier. Now, in the tarsier that we know, the tarsier's native habitat, they feed off of insects. So, the reports we are hearing, it's a very large creature. What it eats here, I'm assuming it's more than insects. So we'll just find out. But anyways, I'm really looking forward to getting out there and going. So let's do this.
I grew up in woods like these. hunting squirrels, raccoons, the odd deer. Something as big as we're hunting will leave a fairly good-sized mark where it lives. We'll have this creature within a week.
We've been hearing a lot of reports from this area about the livestock disappearing from the town down below there. You can just see part of the town through the woods. We've been hearing a lot about livestock disappearing in the nights, which would fit in with the tarsier theory, because those are nocturnal animals. So that would make sense. Looking at the found footage that we've had from a few people, we can't really tell what the nature of the animal is, but we do know that it is big, and it does have startling resemblances to the tarsier. If we find this in our journey here, this will prove that cryptozoology is a plausible science, which is something that I've been fighting for my entire life. You know, I want to be put up there on the ranks of you know, Lauren Esselman and Ivan T. Sanderson as being a cryptozoologist who brought important stuff to the field. So here we go, I guess, and I think we're going to be lucky.
Since we're taking a break here by this little vernal pond, I'd like to say a little something about our mission, as it is. What I really dislike about ghost hunters, monster hunters, is whenever they find what they're actually looking for, they run like scared girls. I don't like those kinds of people. One of the reasons they run, no doubt, is they are unarmed. We will not be leaving these woods without a trophy, people.
Well, our GPS here seems to be having some trouble finding the satellites. Me and the guide were just talking about this and how many times he's been up here and all. I really don't want to get lost, so what we're going to do is we're just going to sit here until we find out where our satellites are. So until then, we're just going to take a little bit of a breather. I want to talk about some recent events that have been happening here. You know, my good friend Andy was out here with his filming crew. He does documentaries of a sort. They were just recently out in these woods. I don't know how far away they were from here, but yeah, they had some adventures out here. I don't know if you would have seen them, probably on Channel 9 later at night. That would be. But yeah, so they were out here and they didn't see anything. But and then again, they weren't looking for those, and they weren't out here at night either. So we'll see what we find. Well, it looks like we've found a satellite here. So we're gonna keep going up the mountain, and we'll see what happens here. So let's go. Our big game hunt is already starting.
So Buck here has said he's found something on the tree. Well, what is this?
What do you think it? What do you think it is?
Not a bear. It's too low on the tree.
Yeah, it is low. I haven't read much about that sort of thing in my studies. It's not like any other cryptid that I've read about. But looking at it, notice how the bark is torn away in there. That is what I've heard from some of the reports of the Savpaka. This will be very interesting to be able to study in my living museum. Because
yes, good thing the guns are loaded.
The guns?
The guns.
No, we keep these animals alive to study, to observe in my, to see how they live in the wild. We don't shoot them.
I'm going to be mounting this one on my wall.
No, this is the only one that we know of.
Shut your trap, Doc. We got places to be.
Hey Doc, you there?
Reading loud and clear.
We found the paw print.
What was that? I didn't quite get you.
Paw print of some animal. You might want to come up here and take a look.
Be right there. So Bill and our tour, our guide Buck, went up a little bit, and they say that they've found a paw print. So we're gonna take a look.
Fairly fresh.
Looks like we're on the right trail, folks.
The rest of the crew has gone on, but I noticed something. I had stayed back a bit,
You on the other end of this?
and hold on. I'll be right there. I just noticed a little something, but I'll be right there.
Okay.
So you'll notice how open it is around here. It's very barren, and you know, I don't know for sure. Maybe this could be a breeding ground or something. I don't know. But you'll also notice, if you look down here, these broken shards of rock sitting in the middle. I don't know where those have come from, but you know, that is something very suggestive, and something that we definitely want to look into and keep in mind. All right, well, we've made it to the top of the mountain. That was a long hike, and it's actually kind of cold up here. You know, we can feel a little bit more breeze, and very, very foggy out there. Splendid view, though. You know, it really is a very splendid view. And we have two mountains over there. That there is it's an old tower. It was used by the government years back. So now we're up here, and we're gonna see what we can find. We'll switch over to our big game hunter there for a bit and see what he says.
Well, we're up here on the top of the mountain, folks, and we found this old abandoned government cell tower. We're gonna set some traps, make camp, hopefully see something.
All right, so we've had kind of a surprising turn of events. Buck, our tour guide, had went out to scout around a little bit, and he's been gone for a bit. It's starting to get a little bit later in the day. He's been gone for 3 hours or something, and he told us he was going to be back in just a few minutes. I don't know where he went, but things are turning strange. I think I should go and find Bill, and I'm gonna tell him what's happening here. So let's. Bill. We have a little bit of a problem. Buck's gone.
Buck's gone.
He's been gone for a few hours, and he said he was gonna be back soon. Just a few minutes. He's been gone. I don't know where he went.
Well, I suppose we just wait for him.
Yeah. Well, wait.
He left my elephant rifle, didn't he?
I don't know. I don't really look at guns very much, you know.
Alright. We found Buck's left boot and my elephant rifle. Looks like he was in the process of chambering around.
What is this? What happened?
My elephant rifle.
The boot.
Buck had it. And that Buck's left foot boot.
But not any. It was chipped or something. But wait.
He was in the process of chambering around when he dropped the gun.
I wonder if he was loading and running.
Where'd the rest of him go?
I don't know. Hopefully we'll find out.
Alright, I think we should all try to stay close together. So, we heard something, and Bill told us to all get behind the rocks, and he has his gun out. I really don't know what's happening. This isn't how things were planned to be. I just hope everything's okay, and I hope Buck comes back, and we'll be okay. I just. Did Bill see anything?
No.
No. Same as before.
Hey! Boys, grab the gun! Please help me. Just went over that fence. It's gone.
Does it still there? No,
Not anymore.
I don't see anything. Oh, you'll shoot him if you see it, right?
Yes, I will.
Okay.
Alright, boys, we're going after it.
What is this? Hanging tree.
Go.
What?
It's over there. It's over there.
Come on, boys!
I don't care what the rest of you are thinking or gonna do, but I'm getting off of this mountain. I don't.
Have a gun, Doc.
I've never shot one.
You'll figure it out.
Well, where do I go?
We're all going.
We are?
Yes. Alright, let's go. Keep an eye out for it, boys. Could be following.
How are you doing, cameraman? You okay?
What?
Oh, look, behind us. What are we doing?
What?
Over there.
What's the matter?
It's
I can't see anything.
up there.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh no. Get up. Get up. Oh, go.
Well, that is the end of our adventure. We're on the ride back to our home state, and we've seen a lot, lost a good friend. But you know, there's good parts and bad parts of it. The good part of it is that we have proved in the video and into ourselves that there are such things as cryptids and that it is real and it is a plausible science, which is what I've given my life to trying to prove. And I think that we've all learned valuable lessons here, and we've all got a real scare, I think, too. So that's the end of it, and forever ingrained in my memory, seeing that creature.